Hi there. This is Lisa Loring, and I'm here to do the reading for. Um, let's see. I'm working with a new. Oh, here I can put this here, I guess. I'm working with a new recording thing to see if the camera comes out. Of course, I'm also doing this in the daytime, so it's kind of a not a really honest trial, is it? We'll have to do another one in the evening. I just realized that. So the lighting is clearly different. But I'm regardless. I'm here to do the reading for what is today? Oh, tomorrow, Tuesday, January 10th. One thing I want to say, okay, so I probably will always preface. Sorry, I ate food and I have something in my teeth. I'm kind of like the princess and the pea. If I feel stuff in my teeth, I have to deal with it. Anyway, I always will preface the readings with a little recap because I always sit with the energies, and I continue to get further understanding than the half hour snippet. And maybe as I go along, it'll all just come flooding in. But regardless, I got more information, and I wonder how the energies of the day ran for you. I had great conversations with people today with various reflections of this. And so, yesterday our central card was the Death card, and the Death card. None of it was in reverse. The Death card. And I do read reversals if they come out in reverse, by the way. So literally, I learned of a very significant passing for somebody. I've had a significant passing in my life in the past couple of weeks. We lost a very important family member. But a lot of people, there's some kind of portal, I feel, there was a big transport off this plane in the past month, specifically in the past couple of weeks. I think you've probably seen that, and maybe you've seen it reflected in the energies, maybe not in your own life, but in energies close to you. So when we do the readings, one thing I want to say is that you may not feel this energy or this as impactfully for a couple of reasons. One, because you have some kind of exposure to it by hearing what's offered. You may not be as impacted as, kind of out of the blue as people who are, having a very fresh exposure. The other thing is that, at any given time, these energies are always around us. They may not be happening to us, but it may be, you may see it unfold for somebody around you. So what you're hearing may offer you guidance in terms of walking with somebody as they're going through these energies in a more impactful way than you are. So there's that too. It's just something that we will encounter on some level. Again, it's all about perspective. We don't really know, but we can choose a perspective. That was one of the last two cards that came out was the Two of Swords. And, a lot of what there were so many things that came up for me, continued to come up for me. So this Page of Pentacles also is, we can get very, you can either look at him as being in a very contemplative stance, contemplating, what am I doing here? But I was really struck by the fact that, in this particular deck, the Pentacles are, they're pentacles that they're pentacles, penta, which is, and they are pentagrams, not a circle. And it's a pentagram within a pentagram. And I hope you can see that with this new setup. That's what I'm hoping is a little better camera. So, again, it's a layered situation. We can choose to see these things as distractions and get triggered and let things just carry us off, or we can be in that the good thing about the Knight of Cups is that he's an energy of just super spontaneous, which we want to be, right? We don't want to lose our spontaneity and be so planned out and be, so in our things are starting to go back to maybe your regular schedule, but how can we, again, go this theme of, reinvigorating what we're doing has continued to come up and continued to come up and continued to come up. He has 3 candles lit. This Empress is a number 3. So, when we are in that more, we allow that spontaneity where we're moderate with that. We're not like going fiery and like off into like whatever and letting the horse gallop off with us, but we can feel our feelings and our emotions, and we can turn that into something rather than something fearful. We can, feel it and let it be part of what we're bringing in. Then we are in this creative thing. Now, Venus, we talked a little bit about Venus being in this card. And then, she's holding the glyph of Venus as her kind of like little prop there. What is she doing with that? She's obviously, she's very skilled with her fun little exercise thing. And she's standing in the middle of the entire zodiac. She's bringing in all states of awareness. No matter what your sun, your moon, or whatever sign, you have all of these. We all have these in our chart, whether or not you have any planets in them or not. But, you're going to have at least the moon go through those, let alone the various, progressed kind of things. But, which I'm not going to go into here. Not good at it. And but I can absolutely tell you people who are. So, yeah, but there's the current transit, and then there's your own natal chart and how that's impacted by how things are going on in the current. Either we can be distracted and derailed by that, or we can turn it into, we can transform. That's the Death card. This Death card is in the middle, not to scare us. Yes, things have passed away. People, beloved pets, situations, but they're just in a state of transformation. So you can either, blindly, keep going forward with what you used to do and keep treating it with a fear thing and be afraid. But she's got light behind her eyes. She's got that Geordie thing, like Star Trek: The Next Generation. Dude, he could see all kinds of stuff. Was he blind, or could he see cool stuff? He could see energy. Maybe we can't see the whole picture. And yes, there's fear, but there's also possibility. And that's when we're in our most creative. She's bringing in that number 3. He's got 3 candles. And whether or not he wants to acknowledge that or not, they're there. That 3 is the transformation of our belief systems. We can keep going with the same old, or again, have faith. Archangel Raphael came in. Be in a childlike place of wonder. Sagittarians, that 3, that Jupiterian. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. Jupiter's currently in Aries, a very child. That's the beginning of the zodiac. That's where we are in our, that's the beginning. We could be childlike. We could be excited about stuff. Of course, we want to temper that with a little logic. Where this is where that air comes in. This is swords. So, be contemplative. Take that step back. Choose a different direction. Choose a different response. And there we are in transformation. Okay, so that's enough of that. That was all the reading for Monday. I'm going to continue working with the Gilded Tarot. I'm going to continue working with the Gilded Tarot. That's what I was feeling. I let them hang out. I think, oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling this is where we want to go. Let's put our crystals away. Thank you so much, Larimar and Celestite. And Celestite is also, again, word for heaven. We all come from heaven, and we're all going there, whether you want to believe that or not. Let's look at, what are the specialties? Instead of looking at like treating everything in fear, let's look at it with what's the specialty here. Okay, we're going to pull, cards are flying out all over the place, but no, we're not going to do all of those cards. Like seriously, like 10 cards just popped out. The Death card is still hanging out. Okay, so let's do a really good shuffle here. Let's do a really good shuffle. And we're going to be reading here for Holy Spirit, all my guides, all my archangels, everybody's archangels and not just mine. Okay. All my angels, all the archangels, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. Ooh, I'm feeling Archangel Chamuel coming through. He can be from the Tower kind of energy. So, again, things passing away. But, he's the archangel who stands with us and walks with us. I had this conversation with my daughter last night about we need to walk our own journey and carry our burdens. We can carry them begrudgingly, or we can be in grace. Begrudge or be grace. That was another thing that kind of floated through my mind all weekend. Just because we carry our own burdens doesn't mean that we can't walk with other people who are also doing the same, and also have people walk with us. We deserve that. Yeah. We walk alongside one another, always. Not, sometimes you can't. It is what it is. Got to be honest about that. All right. So, what are the energies? What is the blessed? What are the messages, the energies that we can work with for Tuesday, January 10th? Blessed energy. One card's coming out already. Temperance. Like I said, temperance is being moderate. It's also being tempered by fire. It's being molded. So that's the first card to come out. Now I'll go ahead and angle the camera down so we can see the cards. So the first card to come out is Temperance. Again, another major arcana. And fire, Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. We just talked about that. The melding together of things. Ooh. Two more cards. The Chariot, again, another major arcana. So this is, lots of major arcana. So coming back to that Eight of Pentacles from yesterday's reading. We can be really fixated on, and we talked about part of it was being in lack. We're going to choose to be in lack, or are we going to choose to, look at the pentacles and be like, oh, these aren't enough pentacles. I'm only this. He forgot he wasn't even looking up at all those ones that were in the rafters and that were held for him through his spider and his mouse friends. Who are your real friends? Had this conversation with a person earlier. Who are the real people around you who are supporting the work that you do, who do walk beside you? We can get really distracted by what everybody has to say all the time. And for instance, or we can work collaboratively with that. Again, the spider energy was showing itself in that card, and the spider is a creature of its spirit energy is to work collaboratively, to co-create with all that is around us, all parts of our energy, all parts of ourselves, and interweave, interdependent with the people, the places, the environments, the situations that we're in. But we can go overboard, and that's where it starts to get confusing, and that's where we have the blinders over our eyes. But in this deck, there was a lot of vision there. So it is, sometimes we do have to take that step back to get that higher perspective. I'll give you for instance, I wasn't on social media for a really long time, and I hesitated to really heed the call of spirit to start doing these readings again, because I have had a very unhealthy relationship with social media for a long time. And so my response to that, and it was a fine response, was to really just cut myself off. And that was fine. But now I have a different relationship with it. I am more temperate. And I can be here and offer this just to offer it. It doesn't matter who likes it, who sees it, who doesn't. That I've grown. There's that mastery. There's that Eight of Pentacles mastery. So I can be interdependent rather than codependent, rather than looking to, and being blown out by whether or not people like what I'm sharing. I'm here to share. I'm here to 100% offer this. For whoever, that's what I keep saying in the thing, share this with people who need to hear it. Yes, I'd love donations. That'd be great. But that's not the point of what I'm doing. That's an offer. It's an option. But the point is there are things that I'm supposed to be saying here that I feel I need to share. And this is a great way for me to share it. I love tarot. I'm doing it through something I love. Do I stop loving tarot? Do I stop interacting with people? No, there's something in between that. What's the in between? What's the balance? The Chariot is also a card of balance. You have the yin and the yang energy. Card of Cancer. This is emotional. Chariot's the card of Cancer. So emotional mastery, initiating actions from our emotions in a way that's balanced. You know, she's got, wow, I mean, she's in royalty. She's in a purple color here. But it takes a lot to like commandeer, number one, get these sphinxes going. You know, there's that. She's got to have some mastery in there in order to get these buggers going. But then, you know, they can veer off in their, you know, they're very different energies. They can veer off in one or the other. How do you keep, you know, combine the energies in order to move forward? You have to be temperate, in command. So this is an initiating kind of energy, initiating from our feeling base, like hearing our feelings in order to figure out where we need to steer these using, but you know, Sagittarius is a mutable sign. This is the card. This is number 7. I noticed that. This is the 7th card. And this is spirit. This is coming into our divine wise self. We have to take that step back. And, you know, the 10 of Pentacles, this is one of the best cards in the deck. This is abundance. This is like a, you know, an everyday version. We're going to feel this every day. This is because this is a minor arcana, right? And I noticed in, you know, what I'm noticing about these pentacles is each and every one of them is a number 10. So, you know, there may be 10 pentacles, but there's really 20. So you're doubling your abundance. You're doubling it when we are in this emotional mastery, when we are when we're listening to our feelings, moderating our passions. And this develops in whatever makes you feel abundant. Right here, right now. This isn't, you know, this is not a fly by night energy. This is the big energy. And one of the things I wanted to say about the Pentacles. So you can either be, we can be in this mastery, but we, you know, being in true mastery is understanding that what we're doing on this plane grows to its greatest abundance when we understand that. Here comes where the major arcana is everything we're doing in the moment. We can have that presence. He was also, again, another perspective. He was looking in. He can really have that presence of, you know, creating a masterpiece. We're doing that, yes, for ourselves, but the more we do for ourselves, the more we're doing it for the collective. We're doing that for other people automatically by being our best self. The more we work our own and develop that inner fire, this is Sagittarius, this is temperance. Like, you know, we meld, we mold, and we allow ourselves. This is also divine timing. This is tapping into the divine. Sagittarius is, you know, in the fixed chart is, you know, right at the midheaven. It is the connection to the archangels, to the divine, to whatever is bigger than you, to God's spirit. When we are, you know, letting ourselves be molded, co-creating, again, co-creating. This is taking that spider energy to like the max. It's magical. It's magical. It's being in the senses. She's sensual. It's being in the senses. It's being in the physical, but also being divine within our physical. And then the bottom of the deck is the Magician. Again, you can go anywhere with this stuff. So many major arcanas lately. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I thank you. I'm going to check this format out. I haven't worked with it much at all, ever. So we'll see how it works out. Again, I still have to work on the Patreon stuff. I'm hoping I'll get to it tonight. I'll definitely get it done this week. I'll let you know. Listen, have a great day.